Sorry, guys. Is that going to work? There we go. Right, eventually that one's working. There's always something going on, isn't there? Right, that's working too. So we're doing another live alien radio signal hunt tonight. We're searching on a frequency as a channel on the radio dial that scientists theorise we're most likely to hear the hello. Is anybody else out their message? So let's go live everywhere else. So yeah, we are searching the hydrogen line for potential UFO UAP activity. God, the old fireworks are going off something tonight, aren't they, guys? Where are we? Let me just get everything rolling. Yes, another alien radio signal heart. Thank you for the likes there. Shepsy, you're only downstairs. Right, let's get everything else rolling. Oh. Right, there we go. So yeah, another live alien radio signal hunt. Now, the background noise seems to be quite quiet. That's a bit strange, isn't it, there? So yeah, if you're joining us for the first time, we are searching for those alien radio signals amongst the stars. As the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, hopefully picking up a signal from extraterrestrials out there on their planet in orbit. Hopefully that's what we're aiming for there. And if we do get something, it will come through that yellow line at the top of the screen, nice and clearly there, and then we'll analyse it in this middle section here. So currently, what have we got in range? We've got a star it's been with us for a few nights now, called Fomalhaut there. That is 25.13 light years from us there. So if we do detect a signal, it will take 7.10 gigawatts of power for that to come through. So yeah, fingers crossed we're going to get that signal. It's a bit of a lottery. The signals are very, very rare, but they do happen. Back in the 1970s, we had our best candidate as a potential alien radio signal. Yeah, the infamous WOW signal there. All of the hallmarks of a non-organic radio signal are not from this Earth. So yeah, that's what we want to hear again, something just like that. There's been a few more, even recently there seems to be lots of more activity coming through. So, fingers crossed there. We're a little bit early, not too much, but hey-ho, at least it's rolling. The microsignal analysis is coming into play there. Now, that is searching the background noise for any fragments of a signal. Now, these distances are so vast. By the time a signal, a potential ET signal reaches us here, it might be so faint that it is getting lost in amongst the background noise there. So that's what that's doing. It's looking for those there. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. The more hours we put in, the more chance we have of hearing those signals come through. And if they do, they'll only be on screen for between 30 and 90 seconds there. That's the time it takes for the Earth to rotate, to pass over and off of a target planet there. So we'll see a nice clear spike on that yellow line at the top. And the yellow line is interesting because that is where we have heard previous signals before. So starting off back in the 1970s, we had the WOW signal there, one of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal ever detected. That came through nice and clearly there. But you've got, some recent ones as well. I think we had in the early 2000s, do you remember the SETI at Home project? That was the screensaver that we could all download, and then when our computer went to sleep and wasn't using it, it would process the data for the SETI organisation there, and they did get an interesting signal. They did. Now, they've later said that they don't think it was ET, it's probably interference, but they can't actually prove it. And again, it had all of the hallmarks of an interesting signal for that one. And then later on, we had the Ross 128 signal. Now, that one, Paul, hello, good to see you in. I wasn't even paying attention to the chat. How are you doing? Are you glad it's the weekend? I know I am. But yeah, the Ross 128 signal was one of a really interesting one that I only found out about recently there. So that appears, again, not only to have been the sort of signal that we want to see, not just where we want to see it on the old radio dial, but also it appears to have come from a star that has a planet in orbit in the habitable zone. So for me, that really pushes the odds up for that one. But again, there's a lot more other signals, and the signals don't necessarily have to be just radio signals. Not at all. Laser is another one that we are looking for as another signature there. Seeing all the hearts pop up, thank you guys. It is those likes and shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves there. Nemo's back in as well. Leanne too, and Lamore. It's good to see you guys tonight. So laser as well. There's a scientist recently that thinks he's gone over the old data. Excuse me, where's my little cursor gone? Gone over some old data from 2019 and does believe that it looks like there is laser light being flashed at us from a nearby star. I do believe it's our closest neighbour. He's putting the paper together there for peer review, but that's going to be an interesting one, don't you think? If that is the case, not only is lasers, they're non-natural, they're quite a clear techno signature there, but also the fact that they must know that we are here if they are sending us the signal, because lasers are directed. You won't see it unless it is pointed at you. This is very interesting. And Leanne, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
And Nemo as well, thank you for the heart, it's very, very kind. It all goes back into the stream. So yeah, there's been a handful of very, very good candidate signals, but that's not all, as they say. So there's a lot of other stuff that's going on that's weird as well in the radio world. Something called a long delay echo. So what we're listening for right now is ET on their star, on their planet, in orbiting their star, sending a signal. Ideally, the hello is anybody else out there message. That's the sort of one that we are listening for specifically. But there's another radio anomaly going on there. Leanne's well coming with the extra gifts. It's very, very kind of you there. But there's another radio anomaly called long delay echoes. Now that is when you're here on Earth, the radio operator there sends a signal, and then around 7 seconds later, that signal is echoed back to them. And Tickers, hello. Oh, Tickers, say hello to Alice. There we go.
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show.
There you go. I hope you're all comfy there, settling in, Tickers. We're just winding this room a bit early tonight, but hey ho. So yeah, with the long delay echoes, those echoes come back now. We do expect radio signals to bounce around. They're very strange. Sometimes they bounce off of the ionosphere, our atmosphere there, and therefore you can get a signal like that. But they're much, much shorter, and we can explain those. The 7-second ones are very interesting, because what the hell is 7 seconds away from us that is then reflecting that signal back there? Well, the one thing that we do know is that timing is perfectly timed for something called a Lagrange point. Now, a Lagrange point is a place up there, an orbit that the gravity from the nearby bodies kind of cancel each other out there. Kate is in. Hello, Kate. So yeah, everything up there should be falling, should be moving, should be in motion, except for these very few parking spots, basically, up there in space. So there's one between the moon, the earth and the sun there, and the James Webb telescope is actually parked in one of those for convenience there. It doesn't have to do much, it just sits there balanced out by the gravity. But we'd theorize that if there's an alien species that did want to put a probe in here to monitor Earth and what is going on, rather than eventually it burn up, you want to park it somewhere that you don't have to expend fuel to keep it in that position, and these Lagrange points are an ideal place for that. So that is theorised that'd be a great place to put an alien probe, and that is that second delay there, the 7 seconds there and back, that perfectly aligns with some Lagrange points there. So maybe there is a probe in orbit that is reflecting our signals back. Again, that is something that we would theorise to do there. If you don't know the language or even the technology there, if you hear a radio signal, to say hello, to say that you're there, you can just repeat the signal back. And we do that, don't we, when we're at the zoo trying to mimic the animals there, get something in common there. Kate coming in with the shares and the likes. Reese as well, thank you guys. Do appreciate all that. Those likes and shares helps us reach more and more like-minded people are there. You want to see Alan? You did see Alan a second ago. Hold on, we'll bring Alan up in a second again there. He was up, he said hello. And Marcus, hello as well, thank you for the heart there. And Debstar, good to see ya. How are the investigations going? They're going slowly. It's been incredibly quiet. Just look how quiet the background noise is there compared to it normally is. There's no yellow, there's no jumping around, there's no shapes coming in there. And last night we actually got a chance to do a skywatch, didn't we? Dead. Absolutely no movement at all, not even normal satellites. So that is very, very, very strange there. Tucker, welcome aboard. Alan, in Alan's mothership. We'll put Alan in a couple of seconds there. Tuck, where are you joining us from tonight? Good to see you in there. And Robistar as well. Guys, it is good you're all filling it now. Now, I'm just going to put Alan quickly in his mothership there. So, Alan, can you quickly pop up there? Alan, have you got anything you want to say there?
Follow us now, or I'm sending the mothership.
Oh, thank you, Alan. Bit threatening, but hey-ho. We'll leave Alan up there to his own devices there. Very, where are we? Let's go scroll down here. And Debstar, it's a strange, very odd to be this quiet. It is strangely quiet, and kind of like with the whole radio silence around the whole Free Eye Atlas stuff from the space agencies. You start to think actually maybe the absence of anything there might be interesting itself. Then KJ, welcome aboard. How are you doing tonight? We're doing an alien radio signal hunt. So if you're joining us for the first time, we're searching the galaxy for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. Searching on a frequency, that's a yellow line at the top there, the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello is anybody else out there signal. And we may have heard just that back in the 1970s. We heard the infamous WOW signal there, one of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal ever detected. And it's not just that one. There has been more and more, and we keep going through them, so we'll do a little bit, go over them in a second. Let me catch up here. KJ as well, Alex and Mark as well, thank you for the gifts, guys, appreciate that. It all goes back into the stream there. And Tucker's from Dublin, I love it, lots of activity up your ways. Have you seen anything in the skies there? Marcus, good evening, how are you doing tonight, Marcus? You glad it's the weekend? Because I am as well. And Alex, good to have you in. How are you doing there? Robbie as well, it's the quiet before the storm. Actually, I hadn't considered that, Robbie, but you'd never know. It might be as well. No worries, Tickers there. Say hello to the family for us. And KJ, hello again. How are you doing? Hope the world has been treating you well. We are doing another live alien radio signal hunt tonight, as long as it all plays ball. Maya's in as well. Hello. How are you doing? Yeah, as long as it all goes ball, plays ball, and the signal doesn't drop out again. Okay, Alan wants to know if everyone... That's exactly what Alan wants to know. Alan, our glorious leader there, loving the shares there, Kate, appreciate that, and all the likes and shares is how we reach all of you guys. You never know who's going to be able to join us in the community there, what stories of their experiences with the phenomena they'll be able to share there, or their knowledge too. It's very important. Kate as well, it came from Sagittarius. It did, so WOW signal came from Sagittarius, and so did 3i Atlas there, a very interesting place. But some of the other signals, so one that I discovered recently was the Ross 128 signal, another really strong candidate signal there, but it actually came from a very close by star, a star that we know has exoplanets, and some of those are in the habitable zone. So now that was an interesting one. OGV, how you doing there? And Ion Gold, the regulars are in now. V, thank you for the likes there. And Kate with the shares, ups in too. Alex 3i Atlas. So we were listening, because we were pointing it to the Sagittarius constellation. We were listening for 3i Atlas for weeks. We didn't pick anything up, but we did get a lot of general background activity, which is really, really weird, and we're not getting that now. And up as well, thank you for feeding Alan.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
And Hank as well, how are you doing tonight over on YouTube? Good to see you in there. UAPs were all over Belgium, nuke site, Sweden, Netherlands last night. Now, that is, I mean, it's what we'd expect them to do, isn't it? And it's very interesting that they're following that pattern of behaviour. They're very interesting. It makes sense. Lots of activity, just, you know, normally, militarily, over there at the minute. It's a very dangerous sort of area, right in the middle of it. So no wonder the UAPs are keeping an eye on those ones there. And Marcus Defo, happy it's the weekend. Oh, I feel you there. It's been one of those days where I haven't had 5 seconds to myself to catch up with everything, and it's all gone slightly wrong. But we're in a happy place, aren't we? Now we're going to be searching for the strange and anomalous together tonight. Together. And where are we there? Ion, who else feels the energy? So, interesting you say that, Ion, because a few people over the last few days have been talking about exactly this. So who is detecting something weird with the energies there? And Maya and V, again, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom, thanks, guys.
All the gifts for subs patrons do go back into the stream. Repeating the pattern as in New Jersey in 2024, and just constant patterns as well. There's a long history of the phenomenon, isn't there, with the nuclear and military sites there. How you doing, Maya? Good to see you in tonight. How is your day gone there? Stephen as well. There's no recorded sound for the WOW signal, just printouts of letters. Stephen, you are 100% right there. So we get this every now and again, because, you know, when you search for that, you know, you want to hear, what did the message say? What did it sound like? And some people have done some interpretations of it, haven't they? There, but you're right, the Big Ear radio telescope that detected the infamous WOW signal back in the late 1970s there, it printed it out, the data, it's an analog system there, and it can only record how strong the signal was, you know, how long it lasted, where it came from, what frequency it was on. It's quite limited, actually, so if there was any data, any modulation within the signal, a message, we didn't hear it. there. We didn't record it, which is very frustrating. So that's why we really want to hope and get another one there. Good evening. Up as well. God, I'm 45 messages behind. It's been a while since I've been this busy. I will get to your messages though, guys, if you give me a second there as well. It's Bonfire Night 2.0. I've been reminded of that. It's like the Somme. Everything I'm blowing up left to right and centre around here. And Kate as well coming in with the shares. Everybody thank Marcus for the treasure box there when you claim that. V still having trouble with TikTok there. And Carl, how are you doing? Are you glad it's the weekend? I definitely am there. Free Atlas is older than the Earth and the Moon. Isn't it older than our whole solar system, potentially? You know, where it's come from, the direction. The only thing that is that way is the oldest part of our galaxy. So therefore, it's likely, isn't it, to be much, much older than our solar system. I think it's the whole solar system, but maybe wrong. But it's it's a strange object there. Glad to be here. I'm glad you guys are all joining us again tonight there. And Robster as well, thank you for the likes. It is those likes and those shares, guys, that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. If you're joining us for the first time, do give us a follow, because we do this every night. So we're either doing this, the live alien radio signal hunt, or we're searching the skies live for UFOs, UAP. We're based in Wiltshire, which is right in the heart of crop circle country. We see all the weird, wonderful things flying around in the night sky. If the moon's up as well, we point our camera at that. See all the craters, all the details, all the weird, wonderful things happening up there. So hopefully you'll get those notifications if you're following us, and you can join us when we go live to see the evidence there. And up, the skies have been very empty of the military today. It was that peak, and now it's quiet. Everything's quiet. The background noise here is quiet as well. The skies were quiet yesterday, and now air traffic as well. Is it the quiet before the storm there? Alan is fed and watered. Thank you. Alan appreciates that as well. And up and Carl.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan there. And Francis as well. Thank you for the follow there. Let us know where you're joining us from. If you are joining us for the first time, say hello in the chat. Might take me a minute to get to you there, but let us know where you're joining us from there. Mark's back in again, and Ion, I think and believe Free Alice is sending some kind of energy. You know what? I think a lot of people would agree with that. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be active, does it? It doesn't have to be active in the sense that it's purposely choosing to send messages there. We are connected to sort of celestial events there. We know that we are connected by the moon and its orbits and things like that. And you never know, maybe there is a more of a question around how these other celestial events going on there, because it definitely feels like it's there. As Marcus as well, it's my twins' 14th birthday to I send out. Well, very happy birthday to them as well. I'm going to be full on for you there. V coming in with the hashtags, so thank you, Matt. I do need got my water ready there. KJ as well, thank you for the shares there. Through the solar storms, I mean, these interactions, everything that's going up there, even if it is purely organic, purely natural, it makes sense that we have some sort of connection to it there. Oh, you are on an investigation. You are going out on an investigation on Sunday. I am looking forward to the update on that one, Madge. Can you say where you're going yet? Or is that going to be kept a secret until the day? Up as well, my exhaustion that I had before Free Atlas went around the sun lifted, and sleep is almost back. Now, is that because it's on the way out there? Is the problem's going to come back again when it's like visible again? Was the sun blocking something there, or is it just better that now it's going in that direction? And Aaron as well, now it's closer. What are we saying Atlas is? So I'm a bit of a boring one on this one. I still think it's probably some sort of natural object out there, but it's not a hard belief at all, and it is very strange indeed. So, I don't know. I haven't seen anything that I think is conclusive. There's lots of questions around it, and I think it's fair enough to see it, but I don't think it's done conclusive either way for it there. But how do you feel on it there? And Ghost Rider.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Thank you for feeding Alan. Aaron as well. No, I've done that one. Let me scroll down here, and thank you for the likes, guys. V as well with the shares, and and up, I think you're right about the solar system. I do think we're more and more connected. You know, maybe in subtle ways. Maybe they're long and drawn out. I mean, with cause and effect, how we understand the world, it has to be quite close. You know, punch somebody in the head, it hurts. You know, and you can kind of draw the link there. But punch somebody in the head, and then 6 weeks later they've got blurred vision. You're not necessarily going to connect the two, are you? And I think it might be like that. These complicated things going on up there as well. The message from the dreams and the strange energy patterns that are repetitive. I mean, just look how quiet it is now. This was alive. The whole of the background noise of the galaxy was alive for ages, and now it's really, really quiet there, apart from fireworks. We're getting so many. I don't know if you can hear it coming through there. Sounds like the Somme here. V coming in with the stickers there as well. And T, how are you doing? Good to see you in tonight. Speaking of the stickers there that we have in the stream, we've only got a limited stock of them, but we're actually doing physical, real life stream stickers there. So you can, sadly they're not cheap with the postage, but hey ho, it's a novelty. So you can now put them on things. I've got some on my notebooks and my phone there. Let me quickly go over to YouTube as well. Where are we? Oh, everything's scrolling down. Stop it. I hate TikTok. Robert Hastings is a great contributor. Yes, I was reading something about that he wrote earlier today. What was that? It wasn't on this part of it, but it was some of his stuff. Again, it really was Robert Hastings UFOs and Nukes. There. What would you say? That birthday? Yeah. Is it your birthday? Where are we? Let me scroll down here onto the loving the stickers there, A up, and the guys that did buy the stickers yesterday, they have been shipped today, so they should be with you soon. Jane is in the house, thank you for the heart there, and Ghost Rider, good to see you in tonight. Carl as well, all good here. I'm going to see Danny Robbins tomorrow night. I wanted to do that. I really wanted to do that, but now we've moved to the middle of the country and rely on the train to get back. I can't find anywhere close enough that he was performing that I could still get home before the train stopped. Dad, you have to tell us how good that is. And Kate coming in with the shares there. YouTube is a little behind tonight. Oh, is it? Excellent. Well, happy birthday as well, Tank. Oh, no, UFOs and Nukes is... Oh, I'm behind on that one. Well, you can have the happy birthday for when it does come around. Yes, once it re-emerges, it will hit me again. I think it's coming around near Venus at the minute. When I last checked, could be very wrong on that. And JB as well. We've had the Northern Lights warning. I missed it when we had that really good one the other year when we could all see them. I couldn't. I was in the city. No visibility there, sadly for us. So hopefully we'll catch it this time. You put dips there. The red audio signal is so level. Again, it's really changing, isn't it? But in a boring way. But it's still a change. Is there a correlation there? V, TikTok kicked you off again. Oh my god. TikTok is just awful, isn't it, lately? Can you see them, V? Can you actually see it? And if so, what are you doing here? Get outside and have a look at those. That sounds awesome. Kate running at 3 a.m. That's when the geomagnetic activity has been spiking. Good idea. Maybe it's the weekend. Maybe we'll do a late night one just to hang out and see if we can detect anything there. And Iron as well, Free Atlas is here to bring back the ancient wisdom frequency and a solar storm amplify activity. Oh, interesting. I mean, I definitely think, what was it that's talking about an awakening there? And I mean, it doesn't have to be a literal, does it? Like, it's sending us a direct implicit message there. It can also just be that it causes us to look, and when we look we understand that something is different, so then we look more and keep that cycle repeating there as well. JD's in the house there. Stickers, yeah, they hopefully should be with you probably won't be tomorrow, I don't think they'll be that quick, maybe Monday, hopefully. There V, I can't see anything just now, but I will keep running the back garden. One eye up there and one eye on the stream of V as well. Pics on the Discord, I hope so. Guys, if you're not already on our Discord, do join us over there. We've got a really cool personal experiences section where you guys can share your experiences with the phenomena. Images, videos too. You can add yours, just read through what our community's put in there, the interesting things, or just like V, you can put your pictures up there as well. Or our monthly movie club that we're also voting for at the minute, what that one's going to be. And in the month we're going to watch that together and have a little chat along in the Discord. It's normally a very, very, very fun there, but we're going to be doing this stream till about 10 p.m. tonight. And after that, it'll be 11 p.m. UK time. We're going to be doing our next Patreon deep dive. So we're going to be looking at the Oppenheimer-Einstein treaty there, talking about extraterrestrial life, how to handle that part of the phenomena. It's going to be really, really cool, and if you use the link in our bio, you get it free for the first month, so you can join us for free tonight for that live deep dive, plus listen back to all the previous ones. I hope to see if you do get some there, V, on the Discord as well there. And Lee over on YouTube, how are we doing? Where are we? What is the second object they found near Atlas? I don't know that one. Probably another comet. There's a lot of comets, and this is the thing. At the minute, Atlas is interesting because it's an interstellar object there. We always have a lot of comets, and we've had a few come around. They're amazingly beautiful things there, but they're not alien sus. They're not alien interest necessarily, unless we think they are interstellar there, and that is normally given away by the speed, because if they're fast enough, that means that the sun won't capture them in its gravitational orbit there, and that's the main reason how we tell, isn't it? So I don't know what the other one is, but it'd be interesting. was talking about it last night. I don't know. I've not been catching up this week at all. I've been so far behind with work and life. I am there. And Lee as well. What would you do if you picked up a signal? That is a good question. Probably go speechless. It's normally the only time that I shut up there. But I mean, we'd record it as we are now. We're recording all of the data that comes in. The normal process for a big radio telescope would be if they get a signal, they phone up a friend with another big radio telescope there. They go, look, point it over there, and can you hear this too? To confirm that it's not a local signal source here, because obviously we have all satellites and all sorts of technology in there. We've got to filter that out as much as we can first. Depending on the telescope itself, there's sometimes they point it off away and then back to it, and if it's back there again, you know it's a fixed point source. It's another way they can check there. Where are we? King, how you doing? We're doing another alien radio signal hunt tonight, guys. Searching for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars on the frequency that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello. Is anybody else out there? Just like the WOW signal back in the 1970s there. Oh, I did see something pop up with the Borislav, designation there. I didn't see an eye in there, though. So, where are I? But I know there was a second object, wasn't there? Was it 2i Borislav there? So is it another one? Could be interesting. So that our one would just be basically to mouth agape to go, wow, look, we've caught one, and then share it socially. I think there. And V, you can't see anything just now. Oh no, I've done that one. Where are we? It's waking up. It could well be. Have you all got the Aurora Watch app, Kate? Yeah, have you guys got that one? I just rely on you to tell me. It'll be in the Discord there. T as well, thank you for the likes. It is the likes and the shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves. Janie, loving the stickers, excellent. Alan just likes the idea of you all having a sticker of his face for his ego there. T, what time are you live tomorrow? So it'll probably be 8 PM UK time again tomorrow. Hopefully, we might get another skywatch in. Hopefully. We can't guarantee it, but at the minute it's possible that the clouds might clear there. And where are we? Scroll down. Where Catch Up V coming in with the hashtags and the stickers are there. I'm here having food and coffee. Sounds very, very civilized there now. And there is an asteroid due to come close to Earth in just over an hour's time. We'll stick it in the Discord. Oh, excellent. And that's why you should join the Discord so you can all catch up on that. There's a link in the bio for that one. And V, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
So yeah, it always makes you a little bit nervous, doesn't it, when they come close? And it's always surprising how many come close that we haven't had any warning on. They're the big boys that can be dangerous. We do not have a good idea of what is going on in our local environment in the solar system, let alone being able to tell if aliens were coming and going with any frequency there. So when they say, if aliens are out there, where are the evidence? Well, you don't get evidence unless you look. And I heard a brilliant one, you've probably heard this one before, the extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence there. Well, the comeback for that is extraordinary evidence requires extraordinary funding there. Do you know how much they spend on SETI? Well, nothing anymore, officially. So, yeah. It's there. Alan, show yourself. He popped up a bit there. Where are we over on the track there? Tank, it's called... oh, no, I've done that one. Yeah. You're going to watch James Fox's new movie, The Disclosure Project, I think. So, James Fox, he's the one who did the Virginia one, isn't it? Moment of Contact. Because I know I saw him the other day talking about he's got more evidence for the Virginia case. I think it's James Fox there, and I'm very, very keen to see that one. We do want to watch Age of Disclosure. That's coming out, isn't it, towards the end of the month on Amazon Prime. So it's going to be a paid for, but I think we're going to do that as a little movie club for our community. For everybody that wants to there, we all buy the film separately, obviously, but we'll do a second movie club where we can watch that when it comes out, because we've all been waiting for that one. I don't think we're going to get any eureka moments from Age of Disclosure. I don't think it's going to be necessarily anything new, but I do think if people can see it, if it can get out there, I think it's going to really help bring people, plant that seed of curiosity in people's minds there, and help get erode some of the stigma around it. Because this, if you're normal, we'll say there, and you don't have the questions that we have there, you've never seen anything strange in the sky, you probably will assume it's a bit silly to think about aliens, isn't it? But when you actually see, look at everybody else, look at the evidence that we do have there, look at these people that are professional and work in these various fields, and they're saying, no, this is something that we need to be looking at, then, I think that'll help us all there, push that there. It is him, excellent, yeah, so I definitely want to see the new James Fox one there, because just the information that came out about the Varginha case there, so that is the one that happened in the mid-90s in Brazil, so it was a UFO crash, and then also the beings, or at least a being, was seen roaming around the local town for a good couple of days afterwards, injured. Lots of sightings there, lots of evidence, lots of reports. Even one of the military police officers that it's been reported that they captured this creature, picked him up, passed away very quickly from an infection. Lots of people saw it and interacted with all manner of these, either the beings themselves there, the actual crash recovery, all of that sort of stuff. And now there's more evidence. The head neurologist has come out on the record and said, yes, I was with the being, I spent 4 minutes with him. There, so I think that's going to be interesting. And then the toxicology reports and the tissue samples from the bacteria that proves that it wasn't just a mainstream thing there. Finally sat down to actually, I feel you there, mate. This week has been a non-stop with it as well. So it stops him from eating me, yeah. He starts to eye me up. If he's not been fed, old Alan, he will start to look at me. Guys, if you're joining us for the first time, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. We're searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line, and that is the channel on the radio dial, the yellow line at the top of the screen there, where scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. There's been a handful of potential candidate signals throughout the years. The main one, the most well known, is the WOW signal from the late 70s there. Had all of the hallmarks of an intelligent radio signal, not from this earth. And that's the sort of thing we're looking out for tonight, but it's not the only one. There's been some in recent years as well, and one of my new favourites is one that came. It's a very recent signal detection there. I think it was 3 separate signals, but all apparently coming from a local star for us there, at about 9 light years, called Rossa 128. And the interesting thing coming from this star, not only, look, it's that star, maybe that's the source of the signal. No. The real interesting thing is that we know that star has got an exoplanet in the habitable zone around it there. So for me, that was really, really interesting to hear about that one. But a live alien radio signal hunt. Make sure you're following us, because we do this basically every night. If it's clear skies, though, we get the camera out, we point it up there, and we see all the weird, wonderful things flying around in the night skies. And we are based in Wiltshire, in the United Kingdom, just down the road from Stonehenge. We're right in the heart of crop circle country, so these are the skies to be watching. And hopefully, if you follow us, you'll get the notifications when we go live there. Be coming in with the hashtags and Kate with the shares. Oh, May, you can't stay long. Oh, well... any minutes are appreciated, man. Thank you for dropping by there. Don't stay on too late, though, if you need to get your rest for tomorrow there. Especially don't want to be worn out for Sunday either when you're doing the investigation there. And Roots, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? So yeah, we are searching for all these things, and as V mentioned a minute ago, we're going to be doing our next subscriber deep dive over on Patreon tonight. It's going to be 11 PM UK time, and we're going to be looking at the Oppenheimer treaty there, which is the treaty to do with extraterrestrial races and things like that. Leaked document from the 40s. Very, very interesting. Going to read through that, and yeah, it's going to be fun. And you can do it. You can join us for free. Use the link in our bio there for our Patreon. It gives you a month for free, and then you can also rewatch the past ones as well. We had some really interesting ones there previously, so I'm looking forward to seeing you guys over 11 for that one. Janie as well. Is it me, or is it unusually mild for November? I was thinking that the other day. I wasn't sure if I just starting to get used to the cold, but I'm not putting the heating up since October. I was going, thermostat goes on, but no, it's warmed up, so maybe it's not just me there. And no worries, Roots, how are you doing? Where are you joining us from tonight? Where in the world? And where are we over on the YouTube? So guys, we are actually triple streaming. You can join us on Twitch or on YouTube or on TikTok there. We are at the thing UFO on all of them there. But if you're on TikTok, you only get a little part of the screen there. You get the vertical view here, so you only see in the middle. I mean, they're the most important bits, but there's all sorts of other stuff going on around us here. Behind us now, again, TikTok, you can't see this, but it's a live sky map there. And as the Earth rotates, you can see where the dish is pointing, what local stars are in range. Currently, it's a star star called Fomalhaut, which is 25.13 light years away, and we know that it's got one exoplanet around it there. Up in the middle, our left box there, we are doing the waveform analysis of the signal that is coming in live, comparing it to previous potential alien radio signals, and over to the right middle there, we are also doing that is the star information. So those stars that are in range, their information pops up on that box over there, so you can see more that's going on. It's particularly useful when we're doing the sky watches. You see more of the sky there. It's roasting. I'm not quite roasting yet, but ambient. I'm all right, I think. This is my sort of temperature. We can work with that. And yeah, over on YouTube, let's have a look. Where are we? It was him. Yeah. So, and Tankers, well, honestly, I'm seeing these things forcing disclosure. They're multiplying or showing themselves more. We have 3 thresholds. We crossed nukes, AI, and attempted military control of space around the Earth. So UAPs are not keen on any of this. Doesn't it get harder to hear civilizations when they go digital? I think there's a lot of points there, and I'd agree with all of those things. If there is the idea that there's a watcher civilization over us, a superior intelligence there that's making sure us monkeys aren't going to blow ourselves up, or maybe blow them up or disturb the universe, maybe we're playing with these things that can have those way bigger effects, bigger than just us there, then yeah, AI is one of these threats. Nukes is one of these threats there. Maybe going off into space, they're going to put the rules on us there. That is a good potential explanation for what's going on there. And Phrase, hello, and thank you for the hearts, very kind. How are you doing this Friday? So yeah, I think they're all very, very good points there. One thing that I'm thinking of at the minute, chewing over here, is there more going on at the minute, or is it that we're more connected, so we're seeing a more accurate representation of what's going on? Because again, now we are connected. It's not just the recent sighting. There is a hell of a lot of recent sightings, but I'm hearing more of the historical ones. Like, there were so many crashes like Roswell reported, and we didn't hear about any of those, but now we're connected. We can share that information. It can come out. We're hearing about them as well. So for me, I'm not sure. Is it that the phenomena is ramping up right here, right now, as it feels? Or is it that we are getting actually an accurate representation of what has been going on the whole time? And I say this a lot because people, we're not going to go down the politics route here, but everybody goes, oh, these politicians are so much more corrupt now. What the hell are they doing? And they are corrupt, scumbags. But I think we're just seeing how corrupt they have all been this whole time. We're just getting that more accurate picture now because we can share so easily and we can filter this information. And I think that could be a part of the answer there as well. They go digital. I think yes and no. It might be harder to. The actual signals though are going to be radio signals, so we'll still detect the signal, which might not be able to decode it there as well. Custodians as well, yes. So they could be here for many reasons, monitor us and keeping an eye on our technological level there. It could be within our interest. They could be looking for our safety here. Maybe they are custodians of the Earth itself, making sure it's always habitable for life for whatever reason. Maybe we're their zoo, or it could be that we don't mess it up for them as well, isn't it, of our planet? Yeah, tech detection is getting better, so you've got that as well. The fact that we are, again, so it's not just the connectivity, it's the fact that we've all got these little devices that can record and then send that information out, and that the quality of those recordings is increasing there. So maybe more data is being able to record down, just say radar as well, more sensor equipment there. Everything like that can be contributing to that bigger feel. So definitely, Tank, I think there's some very, very good points there. Back over to the TikToks. Where are we? There. Scroll down up. If you look at the UFO map website, it's interesting to see where there are no reports or sightings. I do wonder, so is there a correlation between, because first of all you'd think population numbers, more people, more eyes, more chance of seeing things, but if there's more people, maybe more people are looking down, maybe there's light pollution and things like that. Is there any correlations that we can draw from that up? Any interesting observations there? Because I know doing this stream, it feels to me that Ireland, Wales, Scotland are very, very active with the phenomena there. Like just contextually, just from what I'm hearing more of you guys coming out of it. Not that we don't get anything over here in England, but it just seems to be more. But is that a true picture there, or is there a bias in place, do you think? There, Michelle, hello, how are you doing this evening? We are leading into the weekend, and hell, thank God. Now, my weekend task this week, guys, is going to be formatting an old computer to see if we can then take all of the Skywatch stuff on the road and do another on location live there. Hopefully we're going to be able to do that one there. But we are Ollie as well. How are you doing? And good to see you in. Guys, if you are joining us for the first time, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch. No, we're not. That was last night. We're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. I'm still very tired this week. Yeah, we're searching the galaxy for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars. Searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top of the screen right there. Is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there signal. And in the 1970s, we may have heard just that. The infamous wow signal was detected right there. One of our best candidates as a potential alien radio signal ever heard. But it's not just that one. There have been more, and some quite recently there. We had one in the early 2000s there, the SETI organisation. You guys at home with your SETI at home software decoded some data there, which may well be a signal from another planet. Then there was also one of my favourite ones recently is the Ross 128 signal there, which appears to have come from a local close by star with a planet in the habitable zone there. How cool is that one? And over on YouTube, how you doing there? It's the Roman Catholic Church. We're on it. How are you doing there tonight? Whereabouts are you based in the UK? Have you seen anything strange yourself? Where are we? Janie, what's the red line for? So that's a good question there. The yellow line is the one that is of interest for us there. The red line is technically where we're tuned into. Now, this is digital display there, so it doesn't really matter as much. So if you remember your old-fashioned radios, you turn the dial and the line would go across the frequency numbers, your channels there, and you tune it in, you go 8.88.8, whatever it is, for radio 1 to that line there, and that's technically what that red line is. Now, because this is digital, we're seeing all of the signals coming in from all of the ranges anyway, so we don't really need to do it. And the reason it's clicked there is mainly because then the yellow line is nice and central. It annoys me when it's not central there, but that's what that's doing there. But it's mostly, it doesn't matter too much at the minute. Eagle eyes though, Janie. And Harco is in the house. How are we doing tonight, Harco? Good to see you in. Almost the weekend, Harco. I am telling you, it's about time for the weekend. I've been so far behind on everything this week. I've not had 10 seconds to get ahead on things, so I'm hoping, breathe, we're going to have a good run. Then I can actually start paying attention to the local UFO news again and actually kind of have something interesting to come back to with you guys for there. But how are you doing, Harco? There, Kate coming in with the shares there. Janie, brilliant question there, Janie. And guys, if you have got a question, feel free to ask. There are no silly questions here at all. It's an opportunity for us all to learn. If you've got the questions, somebody else will in the chat as well there. Stage 11, yeah. You're getting there, but yeah, so do feel free to ask away there. But yeah, got a few jobs to crack on with this weekend for the stream. But yeah, there's so many of these signals now coming out, although we're hearing about now. BLC1, that was 2019, I think. So that's the Breakthrough Listen Candidate 1 signal. Now, they've said that they do think that was interference now, but there's the difference between when they can definitely tell that it's interference. They can go, right, it was this object causing this particular radio frequency interference there, so we know this signal definitely was that. But so I don't listen to those, they're filtered out, they're nice and clear. But when they go, we don't definitely know, but we think it is, although it doesn't match other satellite signals when they've passed by, that's when I go, that doesn't sound very scientific to me. If you're writing it off saying it's probably interference, and you don't have direct evidence for that, then it's still open. Obviously, we can't say it definitely was ET, not until we can, get the other eyes on the signal and do that other layer of confirmation. Fair enough, but they definitely can't write them off as interference signals for all of them there. So we actually have, I think, quite a few interesting ones. And the rumor is that I think it's the BLC-1 signal there, which is from Proxima Centauri. Again, it's our closest neighbor, apparently. And you can tune into it. It's still going off there as if it's their own television signals maybe we are picking up, and 5 light years there, or 4 point whatever it was, that is close enough to detect those sorts of things. And apps, well, any more happening with the SETI stream we can log into yet? Sadly, not at the minute yet. I haven't had a chance to kind of sit down and start debugging it at the second. There is a version of it that kind of works, but it's not working accurately enough. There's a lot of issues with getting the data here, there, and everywhere in real time. That's where we're having the bug at the second. But hopefully this weekend I'll get a chance to really problem solve that one, and then we can get there, because that is the idea. Is that we want to make a little website where you guys can tune into this radio software. It's our dish, it's our software, it's all of our equipment here, but we want it to have it on permanently, not just when we're streaming, and then give you guys a little website link, and you can log on whenever you feel like it, and just keep an eye out in case something happens there. That's what we're working on for that one as well. And Tankers Out always wondered how two planets abundant with life in the same solar system, how differently they develop. Wonder if that has ever occurred. Yeah, how different could life be? Is it that the same evolutionary pressures equals pretty much the same result there, or can it be really very varied? Because I mean, just look at life here on Earth. Say us and birds, we're all in the same evolutionary environment. We've just taken different courses, and we're very different to them there. We've got a lot in common, but we also have a lot that we aren't with there. Octopus as well, things like that. So I reckon it could be very, very varied there. And what would the political ramifications be of two intelligently occupied planets there? So imagine if Mars had life and the Earth has life as well. Actual humanoid or intelligent creatures there. How would that work? Would one got to space development there? Would they start communicating with each other? And what if one's further ahead than the other one? Would they invade the other one and take over? Would they influence their dominance, like how European culture went over to the New World, to the Americas there, and then that influenced and took over there? Would that happen planet to planet there? What about if they were both roughly equal? Would a war happen? Would it? Yeah, what would happen there? That could be a really interesting. I'm sure Star Trek has done that as an episode there. But I mean, you just have to look to our own solar system, and it's probably packed with life. Now, we don't necessarily know of other intelligent life outside of the Earth there, or a civilization even, but clues are that at least microbial life could be abundant. Right, you caught me off guard there. So yeah, I mean, the clouds of Venus are showing signs. Mars definitely has shown some very, very strong indications of current microbial life. There we've got Earth as well, and that's 3 planets in a row. Then you've got bodies in the asteroid belt there, the moons of the gas giants there, Enceladus and Europa. It could be absolutely everywhere as well. And Michelle, thank you for the heart, and Harko as well there. Thank you for the rose. Appreciate that. And it all goes back into the stream, the same as the Patreons there and the subscription. Speaking of Patreon, guys, we're going to be doing the deep dive at 11 p.m. Tonight over on Patreon, so I hope to see you there for that one, for the Oppenheimer Einstein Treaty. It's going to be a fun one. It happens in Star Wars V. I mean, I should have paid attention. How did it play out then in Star Wars? Because that is the brilliant thing with this sort of media and entertainment there. It's not just a bit of fun. We're not just enjoying a story here. There are ways of modelling, like a scientist will model, how floods can affect the local landscape, and they build the digital model of the environment. They go, right, there's your water level. Let's put it up 10%. What areas get wet? They're modelling an environment, seeing what would happen. Norwegian Sneakers in the house. How you doing? They're modelling what's happening, and we do the same with media. We do the same with books, we do the same with TV and film. Now, it's not as necessarily as precise as that scientific model there, but again, the scientific model might not be exactly precise anyway, and that's why they have better ones over time, because there's only so much detail within that environment that they can model. The only real way of doing it for a one-to-one exact understanding would be to molecule by molecule, atom by atom, to rebuild the environment and run the simulation there. So they're always going to be a lower resolution. And Norwegian Steak as well, thank you for the gifts, that's very kind. And Paul as well, and also feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
There as well. So yeah, I mean, it is interesting to think about it, isn't it, like that? How did that one work out, V? How did it work out for them in Star Wars? Because a lot of the early UFO alien encounter reports, things like that, they talk about Martians and Venusians, don't they? People from Mars and from Venus are there. Now, does that mean that those early reports, well, they full of shit, to be blunt, there? Because now we know that there isn't, humanoid life on Mars and Venus. We can check that out there. So were they lying, or was it Was it the phenomena itself? Was it wherever these aliens or whoever it was that came from? Were they just saying so that the people could understand? But yeah, well, you're Martians, just to save some arguments there. They'll know what we mean there. Again, was it an interpretation of the phenomena from our point, from where we were then? And phrase as well.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
For feeding Alan. Star Wars is like space governments fighting for total control of resources and planets. Some planets were completely obliterated. You can scale these things up, so I wouldn't be surprised at all. There, Morgana, hello. Thank you for the heart. I wouldn't be surprised at all. We just extrapolate these things there. So I think, I've probably said this one before, that's kind of what we do. But exactly, we just do these things at different scales. So I think we're not quite there yet. We probably won't see it in our lifetimes. But remember the Europeans going over to the New World there. They were long voyages. You might not make it. They lasted months or years to get over there. And then you had to have all of your resources. Your friend could go off and you might never hear from them again there. And that's what it was like, going to the New World. But technology's improved. It all got a bit safer. More people got there. And, they built their own societies independent of the main culture. But it'd be the same for space travel. Those first few journeys are going to be hard and going to be rough, and it's only going to be the people that are the high risk takers or the desperate that want to go and do that and take those risks. But eventually we'll get a Mars colony in place, and that colony will then develop, and at some point they will develop enough that its experience versus it would not want to be subjugated from Earth there. It'll be independent enough, have its own problems. The Earth rule will not be working enough for them. So then they will rebel, and the cycle will repeat, and then that will go from our solar system to other local planets throughout our galaxy to maybe other galaxies at some point if we all continue uninterrupted there. But it's just scaling it up, isn't it, over time. The old, is it Foundation? The Asimov series? That was an interesting one of that. I need to finish the latest season of that. Good evening, Morgana. How are you doing there? And everybody thank Morgana for the treasure box when you claim it there. 100%. Yeah, I think we can look to the past to predict the future to some degree there. Definitely in a general sense, in a big picture there. Skolzy, hello. How are you doing? Are you glad it's the weekend? Thank you for the heart there. So yeah, where are we? Over on... on the YouTubes, tardigrades, and I can't even pronounce the other one. Streptococcus. Oh god, I can pronounce that one. Can survive in space, and that's just what we know of, isn't it? I'm sure there's probably a lot more that can. I've always wondered. Again, there's no scientific understanding for this necessarily, but. The as above, so below, looking at these different principles of scale there. Hi, Private Tomcat, good to see you. Would there ever be an evolutionary opportunity for space to be inhabited by its own creatures, in the same way that our sea has life? That medium that connects the land masses. What about the medium there that connects all of these planetary solar masses there? Would there be any opportunity for life as we know it to occupy that? Is there, sort of space sharks and things like that? Could that happen? I saw one, and it might have been that Netflix one that was talking about how strange worlds and lives could form. Or it might be somebody else said, how would you get life started in that environment? That would be very difficult. But maybe life could start on a planet. And if that planet had, massive bloody mountains and low gravity, they could maybe use that as a sort of a ramp to get into space, and maybe they would evolve to do that one. And you might get creatures like that. And it's interesting, but maybe life might be stranger than we can even wrap our heads around there. It might be plasma based. It might be so different to us there, so they might not need those hot hydrothermal vents there for that start of life. And up, Flippin' Heck, that was a jolly thought. It was. It's an interesting one. They're loving the hashtags there, V. And Carswell, it's brilliant to have a community like this to share our thoughts. And thinking is the same, isn't it, as speaking is the same as thinking. It actually helps your brain. It's a different neural circuit to just having the thought. It's a chance for you to air it, chew it over, understand it differently, and reprocess it there. So you actually have to communicate. You have to talk to understand and to learn. Same as writing down, you can do it that way, but the benefit of talking and sharing that with other people is that you're outside of your head. More people can put input in, and they can help mould it there. So it's so important for people to communicate. I sound that again, Carl, having these little places to do that. We are very lucky for that one. And that's why astronauts are in quarantine when they come back. Yeah. And I don't much like their version of quarantine, though, especially the Apollo era ones. you know. Like, you know, they come to land, they get dragged out, then they aren't by the helicopter team there, and they take them back to the old aircraft carrier, and they sat in a caravan for a week, didn't they? This to me sounds like there's a lot of opportunities for a transfer of shenanigans. There, and Paul, good to see you in. How are you doing there? And as we said, the best community there. Thank you for the stickers. Together. I like those ones. And guys, if you are just joining us, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt tonight, searching the skies of the galaxy for potential alien radio signals there. Bougie, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. And Alan says happy birthday too. And you're spending it with us. We are honoured, Bougie. I hope you've had a wonderful day. So yeah, we're doing another live alien radio signal hunt, searching on the frequency that scientists think we are most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message, and there's been a good number of those signals throughout the years. The main one is the WOW signal. They're back in the 1970s, but there's been a lot more recent ones as well. It seems to be picking up now, so hopefully as the Earth rotates, our dish will sweep across the sky, passing over a star that has a planet that is inhabited and sending us a signal. We've got to be in the right place at the right time, over the right planet at the right time to get the signal. So that's why we've got to put in the hours and just wait for that to appear, to spike up on the screen there. And Rambunctious, have you ever tracked the Tesla in space? I haven't yet. I do think that is pretty cool though. Having that up there. Is it like 1 million years it's planned to last there? I'm glad to hear it, Bougie. You had a good one. I like that. It seems to be quite a lot of birthdays at the minute. 'Tis the season. What was 9 months ago? What month are we in now? 11. Valentine's Day. We know what your parents are up to. V as well. Did anyone see the new Tesla robots? I saw them a while ago. And they do look cool, doesn't it? January. Oh man, I'm a month off then. Soon to be a taxi in space. A taxi? I've not heard of that one, Skullsy. Is it like a robo-taxi on the Tesla ones there? Is he putting up? Or are you talking about like a black cab has suddenly got a little bit too close to an explosion? Like that manhole cover that ended up in the atmosphere, didn't it, after a nuclear test there? And where are we? There. And Bougie's over on YouTube as well. Is that the same? Is it the same Bougie? On both platforms. Oh, it is excellent. Oh, that's commitment. That is, on both streams at the same time there. There as well. Kate, thank you for feeding Alan.
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show.
Yeah, that wasn't what you meant to say. You meant to say thank you.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Alan. God, he's going off of it there. Elon's branching out with the autonomy. He is. So he's going to launch one of them as well. And on the Discord. Now, that is commitment. Guys, if you're not on the Discord yet, you're slacking. Get over there. Some really, really cool things there. And Leanne as well, feeding Alan.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
Michelle, thank you for the roses. Very, very kind of you guys. So it all goes back into the stream, same as the Patreon as well. And speaking of which, we are doing our next Patreon deep dive tonight at 11 p.m. You can join us over there for free for a month there if you use the link in our bio. So you can join us for free for this one and another one, because we do normally do 2 a month, plus listen back to all of the old ones there. And we're going to be looking at the Oppenheimer-Einstein Treaty. So hopefully that's going to be a good one for you to watch, to run through with us there. Alan's meds, yeah, that's what it is. It's definitely his space meds. He's run out of his vape there. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting deep dive. It's the treaty relating to, I think, how to interact with ET. Apparently it's leaked. It's a 1947 document. We've got a backup one as well, so don't you worry, guys. There, but yeah, they're always interesting, the deep dives. They really start to stretch out. Grey matter. Space could do with some of them. Yeah, so we're doing another alien radio signal hunt tonight there. Loving the stickers there. The deep. Have we got deep dive on there? Oh, we don't have the deep dive on the physical stickers, V. We'll have to do a second batch at some point, won't we? But yeah, we're doing the stream stickers as actual physical stickers now, though. Sadly, the postage is a bit expensive on them. But hey ho, they're novel. We've only got a handful of them in stock there. So if you want those, you've got to be quick. But they're funny. They're all over my notebooks and phones and now. There. Yours should be, I'm assuming, I think it's like a 2-day postage. So they went off today, so I'm assuming not Sunday, probably Monday there. Hopefully. And you got to let us know what the TikTok shop experience is like, because yeah, we've never used it before, so I want to know how that one goes, if it's a good user experience there or not. It's weird, that one is. Right, sorry, getting distracted there. What are you going to put your stickers on, V? Where are they all going to live? You have to take pictures and put them in the Discord of where you put the stickers. Right. Oh, nearly lost my mouse then. GH, hello. Thank you for the shares. It is the shares and those likes that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. Getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena so we can all be piecing that puzzle together there. And thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Putting on the laptop. Excellent, Kate. We'll have to keep you some aside. The work diary, then you're going to have to explain, aren't you, to your work, what the hell's that about? Together. Why have you got a sticker on a Sainsbury's carrier bag? Bougie as well, thank you for the share. Appreciating all of that one. So, yeah, we're doing another alien radio signal hunt. So, yeah, my new favourite, if you've heard me bang on about no end, is the Ross 128 signal there. A star only 9, I think, light years away from us, so very close in stellar terms. A neighbour is on our same street. And, yeah, has our planet in the habitable zone. Apparently we got a nice, clear, repeated signal from that star. Very, very interesting indeed. When I say, where is the evidence of all the aliens? Well, I think we're getting it there as well. Tapping this guy, like that one, Bougie. Tapping is clapping. Can we get, what are we on at the minute there? 45. Oh, not bad. We've only been on an hour. That's not bad at all, guys. For the all likes, thank you. There. And via sticker on your work laptop. Feed him. What sticker are you going to go for? The knowledge buffet one or the feed him? A sticker. Oh, it's a sticker of Alan. There we go. Alan needs a whole range of stickers, so he keeps telling me anyway. I'm obsessing over blinged out planner journals, so they'll probably go in that too. I do love a good bit of stationery. A nice little notebook or something like that. If you wanna have a new life, I think it's the like the I need a new haircut, fresh start. It's that, right? It's a new planner, fresh start there. New notebook. And Paul just seen one site that there's a project called Immaculate Constellation in the US. So yeah, recently, was that about a year ago? Is it Matthew Brown wasn't talking about that? So he's a whistleblower that came out. I might be butchering this, but he came out and basically leaked this document called the Immaculate Constellation document there, which was basically, God, what's the specifics on it there? It was a secret program talking about the UFO phenomena. There's some really interesting, I think, images included in this document that he came across as a Pentagon employee there talking about the UFO phenomena sort of thing there. And he leaked that one. So there's this apparent program called Immaculate Constellation there. I think the actual the debunk, but also do you believe it there, is that was a training exercise. It wasn't a real program, it was a training exercise, they said there, but it is very, very interesting there. And I do like the name. They have some really cracking names, don't they, for this? Keep coming in the shares, Viva stickers, yeah. And Agent, how you doing? Press my inbox, sent you a copy of the spy documents to remote view. Thank you, Agent X. I'll have a look at those in a minute. Appreciate that. How are you doing? I'll have to have a look at that one. It's on TikTok. Keep forgetting to look into that one. Yeah, what was it? It was. I remember hearing the interview of Matthew Brown talking about this document, and he said, well, like, one of these images was like a submarine periscope had taken a shot of some Russian vessels out in the middle of the water, and then over the water, just the big triangular UFO just appears, just materializes. Or appears to appear. I don't know how. You can see that in an image rather than a video, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting one there. And Paul, they also seem to think that Free Atlas will attack Earth. Well, it's coming round now. Whereabouts is it in the sky? Let's have a look. Now, Sky view, because we've not got long for it to do it. Here's a strange object. No, that's the wrong one, Sam. We want the Stellarium. That's the one that's got it. Go away. Right. Come on. Have a look. Where is Free Eye? Free Eye. I wonder what the next big thing in our little community is going to be. Even I've done there for it. It's got Jesus. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. New phones. It's all slightly off. Right. Oh, it's in Virgo, so it's just past Venus there. Nice. So yeah, technically it is. Yeah, as the bird flies, it's out from behind the sun now, by the looks of it. Interesting object there. I just want to get to the data released that we know they definitely captured. When it passed on Mars there, and where are we? We scroll through here. Immaculate Constellation and Matthew are a fantastic read. Up. Leanne coming in with the hashtags there. So they say, exactly. And Leanne as well coming in with the shares, and thank you for the gifts. Can't wait for the documentary, The Age of Disclosures. It's the 21st of November. I've got to put that in the calendar. We're going to do a special watch along with our community in the Discord, special movie night edition. Then we're all going to watch that one together because we've all been waiting such a long time for it. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP. No, we're not. I keep getting that one wrong tonight. We're doing a live alien radio signal hunt. There we go. Yeah, we're searching the galaxy for potential alien radio signals coming in from amongst the stars, searching on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That's the yellow line at the top, and it's the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize we're most likely to hear the hello, is anybody else out there message. And there have been some very, very interesting signals there. Most people know of the WOW signal, and it's one of the best candidates. That one is there. All the hallmarks of a non-organic radio signal not coming from this earth there, detected in the 70s. And there's been more since, and that's what we're on the lookout for there. And Dylan Boylan's testimony is even better than Matthew's. Yeah, like I didn't not like Matthews, but he came across a document. That was, as far as I know, that was his experience. So he found this secret document and then leaked it, which is great, but it's not quite the same, is it, as someone like Lazar or Grush there, who are talking about real experience. I mean, with these things. Boyland as well. They were very, very interesting to me. Coming in the shares there, and Kate as well. I've asked this before and probably forgot, but where is it on? So yeah, I think it's by Venus now, just past it there. You got it, excellent. And I've been watching on Dobsonian Power. What are they saying on it about it? And Joseph, how are you doing? We are good. How are you doing? You looking forward to the weekend? I'm glad it's the weekend. Asteroid 2025 UL4. Away from Earth, 1 hour 23 closest from the sun. Okay. Some images of Free Eye Atlas that are being seen from probe. We have got some new images now then. Is there anything obvious, or are we talking it's just like the bright speck one? And that is why, guys, you want to be joining our little Discord there. We've got a little Free Eye section with all of the latest on it there, mainly done by A-Up and Kate there. And Adele, how you doing? Did Free Eye do a signal before? There's rumours that it has. There's rumours, but I haven't seen anything that's definitely not conclusive on that one. Definitely not conclusive. And I don't know. I don't know how likelihood I would feel of it there, but it has been rumours. I think Immaculate Constellation was written by Matthew. But wasn't it based on the document that he saw? Like, he couldn't copy the exact document, so he reproduced it or something like that? Have I got it totally wrong there, Up? Because I thought it was that with him, he kind of came across it, in a folder, basically, where it shouldn't have been, and he reported it, and it was like a PowerPoint presentation or something like that. And then he reported it, didn't get a satisfactory answer. They swept it under the rug, and then this is a bit sus, and then decided to leak it. Have I got it totally wrong for that one? And then he might have rewritten it out to then release that, is it? where are we? There, Bush as well. China just released some pics. He showed it. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Now, China, because this was the thing. It's like, why is everybody so quiet on it? Why are all these independent space agencies not sharing the latest information there? Raises a little bit of a question mark, doesn't it? But if we're getting those images now, maybe it does put some of that to bed. Maybe it was just bureaucracy there. Shame it's cloudy. Oh, it's always... Yeah, I know our weather is crap here, but it feels like it's been extra crap lately, doesn't it? Although the report says maybe tomorrow. Let me actually have a look, see if that's still true. What is the weather forecast looking like? Is it going to be cloudy? Can we have a chance of a skywatch tomorrow night when it wants to load? 50k already, guys. 51. They're also saying that Free Eye Atlas sent a message to Earth yesterday. Well, if it was yesterday, I definitely haven't even been in the latest news yet, so I cannot comment on that one at all. It may be the case. I'll have to check my sources. Okay, so it's looking like it's going to clear up tomorrow morning. Oh, and then... Yeah, no, I think tomorrow night, if the weather holds, we might get a good skywatch in. That's going to be good. So I'm interested to see, because our message is pretty unambiguous there. You know, radio signals tell you a lot of information, even if you don't know what the message says itself. The fact that there is a message, so that would be pretty clear. Paul, I like the sound of that. And Fraser, the WOW signal was an SOS, I think. Atlas originated from Sagittarius, so yeah, they came from the same part of the sky. So it could be an SOS. It could have even been just a radar ping. A deep space radar ping, a very powerful radio signal hitting us here on Earth and then pinging back to the craft there to get a little bit of a destination. It could well have been. And Kate as well coming in with the shares. Paul, what has NASA and the American government got to hide? Well, that is the question. I mean, I think they've personally got quite a lot to hide, lots of shady going on. But within this case, yeah, why are all of the agencies hiding something? What could it be? Is the chemtrails? I wouldn't be surprised there. Fraser, these comments over the years, the large comments of those large chunks of big destroyed planets. WOW was an SOS. I mean, may well have been. There's theory, isn't there, about the asteroid belt? You know, maybe that is a remnant of a planet we had here. No worry there. And up as well, he did it while I see it was a report to Congress based on the evidence he saw. So that's why he put it together for that. And there's nothing at all on the news, etc. Well, that's the thing. Sometimes that's an indicator, but also a lot of the time it isn't. There's so much noise that they do amiss there. If that's our proxy, isn't it? It's a bit difficult to trust it there. How I tend to, like, my levels of belief, I go, right, I spend a lot of time in the sort of the spacey science world as well as the UFO world, and if we're both talking about the same observation, we know it's probably happened. It's just then what conclusions we draw from it there. Hold on to your hats. No, that's a signal one. I missed that one, which isn't on the stickers. Is it, very damn? I'll get it right eventually. And thank you for feeding Alan there.
Thank you for the alien pets, guys.
So yeah, we're going to be continuing our search today across the hydrogen line for potential alien radio signals coming in there. Now, the frequency of these does seem to be picking up. We had, I'll see you in a minute there, Bougie. We had the WOW signal in the 70s. I think we had a couple, decades before that, and then we had some in the early 2000s. Then the mid-2000s, all the 2010s, and then, 2019 again. It's the frequency seems to be picking up. Is it we've got more ears listening out for those potential signals, or is there something else going on? Excuse me. Doing some micro signal analysis there. So yeah, what is going on up there? Why are we getting a sort of an apparent increase in those signals? I'm a big fan, obviously, of the WOW signal there, but also of the Ross 128, that was it, yeah, the one coming from a very, very close by star there with a planet in the habitable zone. But it's not all, is it? What else have we got in the news lately? We've had the Virginia update, haven't we? There's some more evidence for that, the UFO crash that happened in the 90s. I'm trying to think what else we've got on from that one. Good question. What else we got in the news, guys? What else is coming up in the UFO world? Once we check that out. Let's have a look, see if I can get those images up in the Discord then. Where are we? Gotta find it. There we go. Right, where are these images? Oh, China's, 1 Mars probe captures images of interstellar comet. Oh, excellent. Oh, wow. That is bright compared to the background. But, as expected, it's still this dot, isn't it, amongst it there. So, yeah, was it just bureaucracy, was it delays? Oh, first look, as it reappears. Let's have a look. Ooh. Small telescope. The new photos are believed to be the first optical observations of the interstellar visitor since it disappeared behind the sun. That's a better image. But I mean, it is still just a blur, isn't it? But that is the nature of taking pictures in space there. And these are clear sky and a very low eastern horizon. Where are we now? South? Oh god, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do that, are we? I've got houses there. It's quite high on the eastern side. We're probably not going to be able to catch it visually on stream. What's this about it still not having a comet, having a tail? Because I heard that it did develop a tail the closer it got. Has it disappeared again? Or were they wrong? Have a look. It's been pretty quiet for space news today, apart from the Chinese being stuck in... Oh, yeah, God, we've got them as well stuck up there. It's the last thing we need, isn't it? Yeah, any bad press for space in general, especially as we're just sort of ramping up our re-going to the moon. Excuse me. Yeah, not much. All right. Yeah, I mean, think of how quiet that background line is here. Let me get my cursor. How consistent and how quiet this is compared to how it was. It's very, very strange how active that was originally, and we thought that was normal. During perihelion, it used the gravitational pull of the sun to slow down. Okay, suggest it wants to stick around. May well have. I mean, for me, because I don't fully understand a lot of the science behind it all there. I tend to go, right, there is a big catchment area for the anomalous behaviour. There's going to be, acts exactly how we expect comets to act, and then there's going to be this big grey line where we do not know with the materials and its composition and things like that. It's going to be alien in that sense there. So there could be all these effects and all these interactions that we don't quite know around. That's quite a big question mark. And then on the other end, you've got the quite obvious, it did a bloody U-turn. That is definitely alien there as well. And I think for me, a lot of the evidence at the minute is landing in that big question mark area. Like it's not clear enough. But hopefully it will do something that just kind of settles it there as well. No clear commentary tau in the post-perihelion images. Interesting there. So do you reckon if it was a comet then, why has it got no tau? Is that because has it burnt off, most of it there? Because it was outgassing quite fast apparently, wasn't it there? Wow, my God, Kate, you're going to injure yourself that fast. It's insane. It is a strange object there, but is it strange enough? That is the question. I don't know why. I am still, at this stage anyway, more interested in Oumuamua there, because it had that, you know, the non-gravitational movement there, acceleration, but there was no clue that it was doing anything comety at all. No coma, no tau, no signs of outgassing at all, but yet still displayed the behaviour. So for me, that, and especially the speed it was going as well, wasn't it? Basically, it was stationary and we moved through it pretty much there. So matching the idea that it could have been sort of like space debris or a beacon or something like that gets the mind going. But what's the it's not faster Chinese one. What's the Vera Rubin telescope? That's come online now, hasn't it? Is it in testing? Ooh. That's going to be interesting because we're going to see so many more objects. We're seeing Atlas, yeah. Wants to say hello. Wants to meet Alan. It's Alan's friends. It's the mothership he keeps threatening. He's going to make good on his promise. Excuse me. Ooh. What we might do, because we're not getting much action as well. Lee, what are you using to receive the signals? Good question. So we've got a very large parabolic mesh antenna that is tuned to this sort of frequency range here to maximise our listening. Then it goes into a low noise amplifier, low noise amplifier there, so to raise up any of those potential signals coming in, so we can clearly see them. And then also a sort of filter for this frequency range to kind of filter out as much of that background noise in the interesting area as possible. Again, so signal up, background noise down for that, and then it comes in to the computer via an SDR receiver dongle. And then it's what you're seeing on the top here. So this section here is just some freely available open source SDR software there. And then this stuff here, and what you can see over here and over here, this is our own software that we've been working on here to then do that extra layer of analysis and understanding contextually about what we're seeing here. But we've mentioned this earlier, we're actually trying to make it so you guys can just log in to this screen at any time, on stream or not, and kind of keep monitoring there. Have it on in the background. Let us know if we get a wow signal at 3 in the afternoon when we're not live. But we're still working on that in a second. Oh, doing some micro signal analysis there. Are we going to get something? Probably not, because it's just so quiet at the minute. Very, a little too quiet, don't you think there? Where are we? Alan's the one that called them. He did. He threatened, and he made good on his promise there. Smeghead's hit. Oh, what have they done now? Pit working. Yeah, just bleeping. What's that sound? Oh, actually, I need to do a mobile view of it there. Oh, have a look at the article. Let's have a look. Where are we? No, it's the wrong group, Sam. Interesting things. This is loads of things to read and watch. And the Immaculate Constellation Report and interviews. Excellent. Weaponized. Oh, I think I saw the initial Weaponized. I think I saw that one. That was a recent one then. Where is it in live? Oh, wow. Oh, that's the comment you were talking about earlier. Oh, God, that'd be so cool. Oh, asteroid, sorry. It's on the free eye chat. I just... oh, there we go. I got it. Right, okay. Based on momentum conservation, as discussed here, I derived that the mass fraction lost during the perihelion passage of 3i Atlas is larger than 13%. For a typical comet, this should have resulted in a massive coma with dust and gas that would have been pushed by the solar radiation pressure and the solar wind to the shape of a typical cometary tower, pointing over the sun. No such tower is visible in the new images from 2005. It just seems, doesn't it, like actual common sense stuff comes out, and then it's going to create the tower, and that's going to reflect light, and we're going to see that, and it's going to create that shape. It's like when they were talking about the tower pointing the wrong way in the initial stages when it was on the approach. But so you would have thought, 13% sounds like a massive amount of material loss there. So what's gone on there? But is it enough? It's interesting. 60k already there. And Lee, can you point to the different parts of the sky? So no, sadly not. At the minute the antenna is fixed, so we're relying on the Earth's rotation to sweep us around, and in some senses it's quite good because it forces us to repeat the patches of sky, because obviously we don't know when ET is going to be sending those signals. Maybe they do it every weekend, but how long are their weekends apart? Different orbits and things like that. So if we basically, it allows us to be a bit more sort of systematic about this, having it in the fixed position, doing it at roughly the same sort of times, means we just keep checking the same sort of sky. And then obviously as the seasons move on there, that patch of sky slowly changes, but we get to kind of put in the hours, just making sure every night, same sort of place, we're not getting in there. It would be cool to have like a little direction on it, though. Who have we got in range now? It's Difter again. So it does tend to be at the minute. Fomalhaut and Difter are the close by stars. And Zorak is going to be probably coming on the horizon for us next, maybe? Or Menka, maybe. Maybe those ones are going to be in range again. As the season points on. Do you think Atlas is using the sun's gravitational pull contribute to the colossal solar flares? Interesting. There could be a lot of cause and effect with that one, couldn't there? But I don't know, we're talking about the scales of these things, because obviously the sun is incredibly massive, and 3i was 12 kilometers or something like that, which is tiny, isn't it? We're tiny compared to the sun, so surely any effect would have to be proportional to the mass, unless it is made up of something so strange, so alien there, which it could well be, and then that could also explain some of those other observations that aren't quite aligning. So it is an interesting object. I would not be surprised if all of a sudden it just stopped dead and we go, there we go, definitely a ship. But until it does something like that, I just don't want it to be like another Oumuamua there, where it was. The scientific community can just go, well, it was probably a comet. We don't know how, but it was just probably a comet there. We need to see something strange enough so we can slap them when they kind of say that again, if it is something different. There. So come on, 3i, do something. Do a backflip. That would be cool. Because we had, even Oumuamua was tumbling, wasn't it? An interstellar handbrake turn. That's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we want. Come on, 3i, put your sticker on. We want an interstellar handbrake turn. Come on, look, humans. Slam the brakes on. That's exactly what we need. Oh, what about... I can't get over how quiet it is at the minute. I might jig around some settings to make sure nothing's gone wrong, because that is really strangely quiet. The medium article, rather than just a screenshot, let's list all the oddities of 3i Atlas. And there's been quite a few. There has been quite a few, hasn't there? Maybe the mothership can't do one yet. Bigger ship, they're not as capable, maybe. Slower and steadier. And Charlie, has there been a signal from Atlas? Not that I'm aware of at the minute. But there may well have been. Somebody mentioned earlier that I think it was yesterday, and at which point I haven't checked the latest news there. Oh, there goes a signal eventually. Let it catch up. Hopefully that wasn't too bad of a little disconnection. So it depends, doesn't it? I think signals as well, if there was a signal, that's not the sort of thing they could keep quiet, unless the signal was so faint that only, you know, the biggest couple of radio telescopes could detect it. And at which point, what's the point of sending a signal that only they're going to be able to pick up there? You know, why send a quiet signal if your whole purpose is to send a message? Shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, in theory, the more people would be able to pick it up, and therefore, you know, amateurs and independent people as well. So I imagine a signal would be quite easy to detect at the range that it is at now as well, because if it's by Venus, there again, we can easily, you know, have communications with probes and things from there. And CWS, how you doing? Anyone thought about taking an old last TV dish and sending a signal out, asking for a friend? I would love to send a signal. I really, really would. The two issues are, well, three issues technically. So one, the frequency band that we're monitoring, which is the one where, you know, we theorize this is the best place to put a message, because it's always going to be scientific eyes and ears monitoring it there, and aliens would be the same. So if you want a message to be heard, this is the best place to put it for it to be seen. We're not actually allowed to transmit on it because it is so useful for those radio scientific purposes there. It's illegal to transmit on it. So you'd have to put it on a different frequency band for that purpose, and it might defeat the object a bit. The other one is that it requires a hell of a lot of power, like a hell of a lot of power. When we did as a species send out our one radio message like that one, the Arecibo message, it was sent from the Arecibo radio telescope there, but it's also a space radar, so it had a big transmitting power, the most powerful transmitter, which we don't have anymore, so it would require a lot of energy. But I wouldn't mind trying it, you know, I mean, even if it's just sort of symbolic. I think that would be cool. But hey, CWS, if you, let us know though if your friend does do it. Let us know so we don't get excited if we see a ping come up there. And Big Dan, I read somewhere that they discovered a nickel on 3i Atlas, but no iron, which normally go together. Yeah, exactly. But this is where it comes in. And Marcus is over on YouTube as well. Hello. This is the thing. It's weird, but it's not conclusive weird, is it? And like, I feel like generally in the UFO world, like, we're just stuck in this goddamn middle ground all of the damn time. Like, think of the stationary flashing and things like that we were seeing on the live UFO skywatches there. It's weird. We know satellites can't do that, but how do we take it to the next step? How do we take that into the right? We know it's not this, but what is it? You know, how do we get it over that next line without being sensational about it? How do we do that? Did government not put out a warning not to try and communicate? Well, officially, no, as far as I know yet, because that's still up in the air. Lots of individual people, scientists, have weighed in on this sort of thing, you know, but there is a group, like you've got the SETI group that does this, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. You've also got the METI group, which is the Messaging of Extraterrestrial Intelligence there as well. A lot of people go, you probably shouldn't be doing that, guys. But yeah, people feel differently about that one. And Sherry as well, thank you for the gifts, that's very, very kind of you. All goes back into the stream. How are you doing tonight? And who is going to be joining us at 11 p.m. tonight? Because we're going to be doing another deep dive over on Patreon. We're going to be looking at the Einstein-Oppenheimer treaty relating to the phenomena there, how you deal with this, the intergalactic politics, I think, essentially, of it there. And it's free for the month, for the first month, if you use our link in our bio there, so you can join us for free tonight. And then you also watch back the past deep dives. It's going to be fun. Where are we on the old chat there? Well, in the US, yeah, I'm not sure if there is a US policy on it, like an official one. I know it's contested, because some people go, look, Earth has been screaming that there's life here. You know, we've had a biosignature for billions of years. You only need a basic telescope for that. Obviously, our radio waves now are like 100 light years out there. They're going to be quite quiet. So yeah, some people say it's pointless to try and hide it. Some people say this is a different type of signal. Don't poke the bear with it there. Where are we? And share as well. Thank you for the share. All the shares and those likes helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves, to get more eyes and minds on the phenomena there. And no limits, sorry. Welcome aboard, where you're joining us from tonight there. Charlie, wouldn't you think the space centers from the USA or China in space have a better idea of Atlas? Well, yeah, you would have thought, wouldn't you, of the tools that they have, and this is one of the things, the discussions that we've been having, isn't it? Why haven't they been telling us anything? Now, literally just today, I think we are starting to get a little bit more information out there. Why have they been keeping it so quiet there? But it's not just those organizations there. In fact, they're not really, they are individual organizations, but they're also interlaced with each other. They share people, they work together. You've got independent telescopes and or independent projects that then they might report up to NASA but might not, and you know, all this sorts of, it's a weird intermingled web there, so it wouldn't necessarily just be them. Where are we there? Kate will be joining us. That's good there. And Big Dan, any idea why the NASA website is still not updating? It seems strange. Well, the reason, if you believe it, is they're having this government shutdown, aren't they? So they can't decide on the budget. So therefore, all government employees kind of on hold, so they can't pay the salaries. That's the excuse. It's a bit conveniently timed, but this does happen with the Americans semi-frequently. They have these shutdowns, so it's not unheard of, but it is a little bit perfect timing. And then why all of the other space agencies, why have they all shut up at the same time as well? It does feel a little bit like a little bit odd there, doesn't it? So it's a good question. Where are we? V, deep dive, exactly. And V as well, going to be joining us. I love it. And Simon, hello. Good to see you in there. And AM, so apparently the WOW signal and Free Out Atlas originate from the same area. Oh, excuse me. Where did that disappear? To within 9 degrees. Yeah, so it's a Sagittarius constellation, isn't it? It is. It is there. It is like a reasonable patch of the sky, isn't it? But yeah, because we don't know specifically, do we, with it where in Sagittarius the thing came from. But yeah, it's a bit of a coincidence. It is a bit of a coincidence there. Thank you for the shares, guys. And share as well. They like us ignorant. Well, I think they definitely do there. Definitely. Charlie as well. Why? There's no fire. A laser signal. Why no fire a laser signal at it? See if it reacts. Well, he's convincing the people with the powerful enough laser to do that. I don't know if we've actually got a laser that would go that far. I mean, they are talking about certain space lasers, aren't they, for the probes that they want to do, the solar sail probes. Have we got a laser that could reach that far? But this is the thing, the mainstream are pretty convinced it's a comet. And they're the ones with the tools. They're not as curious with us that would like to give these things a go, which is frustrating. I think Avi Loeb says it well, that, we pay for it. You got to do the shit that we want you to do, guys. We're paying for you. There. How you doing, Simon? Alan as well. And thank you for the heart, Simon. You missed that one. And Kate as well. Thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
He's getting a bit shy there, Alan. Where are we? Oh, Sherry's got protein fibres. Wait, what's that about? Did they... What's that? Oh, I think I might have missed the other half of it. TikTok might have filtered your past comment out. It does that every now and again for some silly reason. Doesn't tell us. There... Space station must have a better view. Well, it will have a better view, but is it going to be enough? Because it's still then the human eye looking out of it there. It's still quite far away. And the issue that we have with things like this is, if you're into photography, you kind of like, what it's like with trying to get your light settings right. This is a very, very bright object in a very, very dark environment there. So it's so bright, and that's how we can see it. But all that reflected, to actually get a real image of the nucleus, of the core of this thing, you're not going to get like a good optical view of it, because it's just so bright there, as far as I understand it. So they have lasers that can shoot down missiles. They do now. But this thing is quite far away. This is round by the sun. So I don't think they've got it that far at the minute there. James Webb shot fibres at throughout this. Well, yeah. So James Webb is a is an infrared telescope. So yeah, it's well, it's a receiver, isn't it? It doesn't shoot out, but it receives the infrared light waves coming in, doesn't it? There, but yeah, so that was an interesting one with the James Webb. And Charlie's right, surely they have a laser for signals if they can shoot down missiles. I mean, it depends. Would it see it though over those distances unless it was really, really powerful there? But they might do. I know they've got some very big experimental lasers, haven't they, over at Berkeley there? But it's convincing them to do it. But again, the mainstream, I mean, unless there's something secret going on there, unless there are purposely convincing it, the mainstream, the general scientific bodies there are pretty convinced it's just a comet. You know, they're not even curious to try doing these things because they go, well, why would we do this to a comet? We're the curious ones. We need our own laser, guys. Alan, can you make us a laser? Protein, fiber. Is that like? I have no idea there. I didn't think James Webb was a transmitter. I thought it was just a receiver on it there, but I don't know for sure. It's my ignorance with it. I don't even know what is a protein. It could be interesting there. Has anyone heard that one? Can you send me a link to it? I'd like to see what that is about. Where are we? Is that a real hashtag? Wait, what was that one? A Playmate HD, I like that. And as Ayob says, don't forget to share and like. It is those shares and likes that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, just so we can all piece this puzzle together. Where are we there? Charlie, light travels. It does travel far, but it also, over time, it fades out, doesn't it? So it needs to be powerful initially for it. But yeah, again, the people that have the tools aren't interested in doing it as far as we know at the minute. But I'd like to do it. I'd definitely. I think we should do all sorts of that we can there, and share it as well as Carl. Thank you for the gifts. Feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Where are we? Alan can shoot lasers from his eyes. Oh no, I'm in it. I'm in for it now, V. Where are we there? And Big Dan was free eye, more blue when it's closer to the sun, indicating it was hotter than the sun. Oh, there was something along those lines, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think it was. It was, yeah, because the light wave that was coming off was more blue, which would normally happen, you know, when heat or something like that with it there. But there is other things that can affect that. In fact, lots of things can affect it there. But it was strange. It was another one of those anomalous things, wasn't it? So that's a good remembering, that one, Dan, as well. Where are we? There as well. Near Virgo. Yes, it is. Near Virgo, near Venus, I think, as well at the minute. Down there to us. But hopefully, yeah, it's going to come a little bit closer sooner, or not closer, but going to be more visible to us now as it's coming away from the sun there. Less of that light in the way. We can start to observe it again, as some people have been. I think NASA and the CIA and other heads of state don't want us to know. Oh, totally. If there's something to know, they wouldn't want to tell us. In fact, they've been official with that. There are documents, there are reports that are saying, basically, don't tell us. If there is something, don't tell the general public. And that's one of the things we're going to be looking at tonight in our deep dive. I have the Brookings report as a backup thing for us to look at. So we're going to first be looking at the Oppenheimer-Einstein Treaty, which is, you know, how to I think politically basically interact with an extraterrestrial species there. The leaked document from the 40s can be interesting, but as a backup, in case that one's short, we can be looking at I think it's the Brookings report there, which was done again in the 60s, on how the general public would psychologically handle having disclosure there, knowing that there's extraterrestrials. And basically the report says it'll all go to hell, don't tell the public there. And can you imagine if it is a ship, it's just passing through and us shouting at it makes it come over, hey guys, come over here. But AI, like self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh yeah, we attract the attention there. Low-key, welcome aboard. Where are you following us? Where are you joining us from tonight? Thank you for the follow. Alan is definitely in contact with it, Simon. 100%. He's been on the phone earlier. I think those space stations in space are not telling us the real story on Atlas. I mean, I don't think the space stations necessarily, because they're in low Earth orbit, there's not much difference really. They're actually quite close, if you think about how high they are up to now. I mean, they've got less light pollution to deal with, but they haven't got a lot of optics up there. But I think people in the general community decided possibly you're totally right, Charlie. I think there is a little bit more that we are not being told there. V, you can hear the parrots. I might have to go deal with them in a second. They repaired and reprogrammed their satellite. They can do that, yeah. It always makes me laugh, actually. Hubble, you know, Hubble, the space telescope, is responsible for so many good images for us learning about, you know, space, the galaxy, our place within it and all that. But it was an old CIA sort of spy satellite that they didn't want anymore. They went, NASA, do you want this? So they fiddled with the optics a bit, pointed it in the other direction, and went, hey, look, space telescope. We got the CIA's second hand on there. Look at all that's done. It's the interstellar delivery order there, V. And it's about why would a ship look like or resemble a comet? Well, again, that's a good question. Why would it? I mean, some people have said that, you know, just piggybacking on, you know, an already existing body up there could be a great way to do it. You know, there's already the mass up there and it's already in motion. If you can just get up to it there and ride along for it, whether that's true. But that's one theory. And the other one is, you know, is it that underneath that, or has it just been out there in the interstellar medium for so long that it's just picked up so much debris that as it's coming now near us as a heat source, all that's just burning off, and we're seeing that. It's attracting the Viking gods of Valhalla this evening. Alan does think of him as himself as a little god there. Maybe it's intentional. Nature does everything better. Maybe it's intentional. It could well be. I think you're right there. Nature's had a lot of time to figure it all out, hasn't it? Hubble images are pretty rubbish compared to James Webb. Totally there. But yeah, there is a there is a massive difference, I mean, in time and technology. Where are we? 70k. Oh my god, guys, you're nearly there. Misdirection. Another could well, but this is the other thing here. We're all focusing on Atlas. You know, maybe it's a bit of misdirection for what's already going on down here. There, it could be a good thing. Exactly sure. We do not know, do we? It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. It could be somewhere in between. It could be a difficult thing, but it might be essential. You know, it might be one of those more complicated ones there. How long left have we got? Well, I was going to come off in a minute because we're going to be back on at 11, aren't we? So I was going to come on and have some dinner. So not got long, Kate. Another 5 minutes or so, I think there. But yeah, we're going to be coming off. We're going to be doing our deep dive over on Patreon at 11 p.m. UK time. That's going to be a good one. And I did skim through. I didn't read the whole thing this time, just to prepare that we had enough to talk about there. I just got there, Simon. That's typical. Sorry, mate. Yeah, a little bit earlier because we've got to prepare for the deep dive. But do join us over on Patreon for that one. Again, it's free if you use the link, Simon. You can just cut it off before the renewal date there, so you get to join us tonight on that one. The deep dives are very fun. I do like those. A chance to scratch the brain, the dark brain is totally gone tonight. The old grey matter. There we go. There was another one that came up as well that I think can be a really good one to add to our list of deep dives. We've got a few interesting ones coming up, so yeah, they're going to be fun. Going to be fun there. I'm just hoping tomorrow that it does. We do have a nice clear sign. 6 tabs. You got 6 fingers like that, huh? On multiple devices, Kate. But God, as it was saying, the Skywatch. There we go. I'm losing it tonight. I'm losing it. You can tell it's been a long week, can't it? Yeah, so we'll wind this one up for 35, and then we'll be back on later for our deep dive there. Oh, and as Alp says, yeah, good remembering. Do join us on our Discord. We've got a really cool community over there that's sharing loads of their personal first-hand accounts with the phenomena, images, videos too. You can share yours or just read through those there. Got the interesting things tab, the free iAtlas tab too, there that you guys are putting in all the latest news and whatnot. In there you can check up on that, and you can also join us for our monthly Alien Movie Club there. And sure as well, thank you for the follow. Good to have you in. And so thousands are looking up at something further than the sun. We have the hybrids and UAPs on our planet. It's a good point. It is a good point. You know, half the time, we're literally, doing a skywatch. We're looking for the things immediately already in our atmosphere. Maybe it's all going on. Maybe it's all going on here. Maybe we need to be looking closer to home, because it does seem to be a bit of a. I mean, it's a bit of a paradox in a sense, isn't it? Though, if we're saying aliens are here, they're in our atmosphere, UFOs and all that sort of stuff, and then we're going, is this a mothership coming in? But we don't quite know. It's like, well, does it matter if they're already here? But maybe, again, there are lots of there's a whole range of civilizations at different levels. Maybe we do have one here that's visiting and they're very casual about it, and maybe then there's also a big bad mothership, or a good one, on its way now. It could go either way, couldn't it? You'll catch us tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. We should be live again for 8, and hopefully it's going to be a skywatch. See some of the weird and wonderful things that are flying around up there. They're under the caps. More than one kind. I definitely think there's more than one kind. Because why would it be any less diverse than it is for us here on Earth? There is a species, an organism for every niche, every environment here. Why would space be any different there? Especially as it is so varied. There are so many different environments we can't get our head around. Surely life would evolve in all of those places to adapt to all of them. It's going to be so much stranger than we can think. Exactly. There. And Ayab as well, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
There we go, 35. Well, right guys, you've been amazing. Thank you for all your awesome questions, and and your questions, your knowledge, your latest news there. Up as well. Thank you for all of that, keeping us company as we're waiting for those signals to come up on the screen. Do join us over in about an hour and a half's time, 11 p.m. UK time, for our deep dive over on Patreon. We've got the link in our bio that takes you straight there as well, and it's free if you use that link for the first month. We want to see you there. We're going to be looking at the Oppenheimer-Einstein treaty. It's going to be really fun. Looking forward to seeing some of you guys over for that one. But you've been sharing, tapping away. Really appreciate you guys there, helping us reach more and more like-minded people there. And gifters, subbers and patrons helping us improve the stream. Thank you so much. And guys, but we'll be back on tomorrow, hopefully for a skywatch. It will be around 8 p.m. in UK time. And real one, you've got a good point there, 1.6 gigahertz. So 1.6 is interesting, and I'll just say this before we log off, but 1.6 is interesting because there's a long history of signals and stuff from UFOs, UAPs, maybe around 1.6. A lot of indications that could be going on there. But sadly for us, if we search 1.6, because that's a used frequency band, then it could be just a lot of what we do know. There is a lot of man-made technology that uses that frequency. So if we get a nice clear signal 1.6, we've got no way of telling if it's a UFO or if it is just a satellite phone or some other sort of communications there. The reason that this is good, this frequency range here, is because not only have we had past potential alien radio signals here, so we've got a good statistical chance, but also because this is exactly where we'd expect to hear it. Would expect to hear a signal. It's the most likely place to hear one, and then also it's illegal to transmit on this, and we're not going to get like we would have 1.6. We wouldn't get that interference there. We know that any signals that are coming in here are unlikely to be satellites, but we'd love to figure out a way maybe of doing a 1.6 stream, because there is that connection. You're totally right there, real one, with the phenomena there. But anyway, we're coming off this night, but we're going to see you all tomorrow at 8, or if you're going to join us over on the Patreon, we'll see you at 11 p.m. in UK time for that one. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you maybe tonight or tomorrow. Bye, guys. And YouTubers, you get us for a little second as I navigate to the button to turn it off.